All right, everybody, back at you here with a kind of a tackle tip, I guess you will, rigging method that I've never seen before. Up until this year, I had a guy show me. We were fishing the BFL for the Great Lakes Division out of Prairie du Chien, which was an awesome event. I ended up finishing fifth there in that. Just another great event that I had this year. Um, but more importantly, a guy pulls up next to me in his boat and beaches it up on the bank, and we start talking, and he kind of showed me how he was catching his fish, and I noticed like he had his Carolina rig set up in a really really interesting way that I've never seen before, and I was like, huh, why do you have that set up like that? And he's like, well, the reason I've got it set up the way I do is because you can change it from a Carolina rig setup where you can vary your leader length all the way down and make it a flipping setup in a matter of seconds. And I was like, wow, that is something that is really, really interesting. So I hope I'm not exposing somebody's crazy secret out there, but dude, this one's too good to not be sharing with people. So with that said, I'll show you guys how to rig it up here. Just a really neat rig. So basically all you got to do is get yourself some bobber stops. Slide your bobber stop up on like you're going to just make a Texas rig. Nothing too crazy there. Slide up a bullet weight. Now, however deep you're fishing, that's obviously going to depend on what you're doing or what you're flipping. I typically just stick to like a half ounce. Good all around weight. You can drag it, you can flip it. Just good all around weight. Then you go back to your bobber stops. You get yourself two bobber stops. Throw them on there. Throw them on behind your weight and slide them together so you can vary your leader length of the Carolina rig just by sliding the sections of bobber stops up and down your line, which is just awesome in and of itself. But the other really cool part about it is you can slide it all the way down your line and you got yourself a flipping setup. So, man, that was just awesome this year. And for the rest of the year, I was using it, kind of just seeing how it worked, seeing how great it held up. And I mean, unless you're on like super rocky type stuff down there that is really thick, chunky, almost like riprap, your weight will get bumped around a little bit because it's just bobber stops holding it on. But I mean, man, it's still just an awesome way if you're practicing to save you some time and some space for that matter, because you only have to have one rod rigged up to where you can go flip bushes with it, or you can go out on a sand drop, drag sand drop for smallmouth with it. So just an awesome rig. As far as hooks go, though, I will say, for those of you who don't know me, I am not a big fan of EWGs. I don't think they stick them good. I think the bite gap on the hook from where that eye to the actual hook is just not good. I don't think there's enough of a bite gap there. So if I can get away without using them, I'm gonna steer clear of them. But with that said, the best hook that I found that I really like is the Gamakatsu heavy cover hook. Now I know they say it's a heavy cover hook, but it's still thin enough in diameter wise to where, like, you know, you could still flex it a little bit, and you could stick one with 15 to 17 to 20 pound test, whatever you want to throw on a Carolina rig. You could stick one out there 50 foot away from you and not have a problem getting a good hook in them. So that is an awesome hook to go catch them. But the other part too is you can go up shallow flip with it, and it's stout enough to where you can crack a 4-pounder in a bush and it still ain't gonna flex out. I mean, it's just an awesome hook this year. So I was experimenting with that one, and that's kind of what I ended up with as far as hooks go. And like I said, really the only thing you got to have on deck that you got to swap in and out, it's a couple bags of plastics. But dude, you just go throw them in your pocket and go rolling down the river with it. So yeah, I guess I'll just catch you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.